Avengers Age of Ultron. And yeah, this was the limited edition collector's cup that they had in the theater, so I might as well have it. Alright, so Avengers Age of Ultron. If you love the first movie, you're going to have a fun time with this one. It has great action, great characters, characters that you love, great writing. Josh Whedon does a great job with the comedy. I just love it. This is a very funny movie. And it's a very good sequel. I do like this movie. However, I don't really think it's as good as the first one. Almost as good, I would say, but still, the first one was a great film, so I still recommend this movie. It's a lot of fun, and if you love the Avengers, you're gonna love this movie. If you love these characters, you're gonna love this movie. And Ultron is a great villain. James Spader knocked it out of the park with his performance as Ultron. Ultron is a worthy villain, especially in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's not that many very, very good villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. Most of them have been disappointments lately. I mean, Ronan the Accuser, I do like him, but I felt like they didn't do great justice to the character. And the Iron Man villains, people hated the Mandarin, so I understand that. And even though I kind of like Ben Kingsley's performance, but still. But yeah, Loki has been #1 for a while, and now we finally have Ultron, which is just refreshing. Okay, so now we have a worthy villain. He was fun. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, these two new additions to the movie, to the franchise so far. I thought they were fine. The actors portraying them are fine. I like them. I like Elizabeth Olsen. I like Aaron Taylor-Johnson. I thought they did fine in the roles. However, I think they kind of had like the Hawkeye syndrome of the movie, because in the Avengers movie, Hawkeye was mostly on the sidelines because he was brainwashed by Loki, and then 2/3 of the way through, he finally joins the Avenger to join the fight. So that's why his character wasn't done great justice in the first movie. Here, it's almost the same thing. It's not like the twins are brainwashed or something like that. They just help Ultron at first, and then they switch sides and join the Avengers to fight against Ultron. So, and because of that, they don't really focus that much on these twins. Josh, you watch so many videos of Josh Whedon saying these are two very important characters for the Avengers. So you think, okay, these characters are going to be super awesome or something like that, or super important. But not really. If you really like these two, then good for you. And I like these two, but I don't think these two are as important as Josh Whedon claims they should be. So I don't know. And also to me, even though yeah, these two are a bit bland in my taste. I mean, sure, Quicksilver gives a backstory about how his parents are dead, and that they're orphaned because of Tony Stark. That a bomb built by him was destroyed their home, so they're orphans. And I guess also because they don't mention anything about their father being able to attract metal or bend metal or something like that, or move metal. I guess that also hurts it too. Then again, Fox owns Magneto, so I guess they can't make a reference to that. I don't know. But still, I don't find their backstory to be that compelling. I didn't really care much about that. And they don't really speak that much also. And and even though they're in the you keep seeing them throughout the movie, they don't really speak that much or do that much until like near the halfway point. So that's the thing. These two, I don't think they're really that interesting as they should be. Vision is also in this movie, and he's only in it for like the final third of the movie. And if you like Jarvis, then you're gonna like Vision. And I thought the Vision was pretty cool. And I want to know if that's exactly like full makeup, full prosthetics on Paul Bettany, because it looks very real. If that's all CGI, great job. I mean, wow, his CGI makeup and stuff like that, that looks pretty awesome. But I'm thinking, because it looks too realistic, I'm thinking that's makeup. If that's actually CGI, good for you. I forgot which company does the effects. Was it Industrial Light and Magic? I think it's ILM. I could be wrong. Or also Stan Winston? Probably a mixture of the two. So, yeah, the Vision was pretty cool. He's not in it as much. He's only in the final third of the movie, but even though he doesn't say that much, it's still Jarvis, and if you like Jarvis, you're going to like the Vision. Okay, so, and my problems with the movie is that this movie is too much like the first movie, and also it feels like a filler episode. Nothing really wrong with that. I mean, if you want more of the same Avenger kind of movie, then you're gonna have a great time with this one. This movie is almost exactly like the first in terms of the story. You have the team up, they're gonna gather the team, and then the team gets disbanded at one point. They lose their courage, so they have to suit up and all that stuff to take on the final villain. And the villain has this giant army that's gonna surround the city, and the city will be destroyed, and also there's probably world domination, or the world will be destroyed because of this villain. And you have team members who go to the bad guy side at first, then join with the Avengers in the end. One major character dies in the movie. So yeah, that's basically exactly like the first movie. Actually, if there's this YouTuber called Couch Tomatoes. If he ever makes a video, 24 reasons why the first Avengers and the second Avengers movie are exactly the same movie, then that's probably it. So yeah, it's almost like the first movie in terms of story. But there are some improvements, especially for character development. You know more about Black Widow, Captain America, and Thor, and that's during the Scarlet Witch dream sequences where she messes up with their mind. So you see more backstory on Black Widow. You see her going through this training as a kid and being this assassin, and it's kind of terrifying. It's freaky the way it was shot and stuff. And Julie Delpy is in this movie, and I was like, holy crap, Julie Delpy, awesome! And she becomes the assassin, and it was actually freaky. Thor's nightmare vision was also freaky, but it was funny at first because he said, the little witch tried to use her mountain powers on me, but I am almighty. And then it shows him in the dream sequence, and he's like, ah, crap. And Captain America, his one was kind of freaky also because he sees he's back in World War II, and they celebrated about defeating the Germans and stuff, and he sees everyone being wounded and stuff. There's gunshots everywhere, but he sees Peggy Carter, and Peggy Carter wants to be with him for life and stuff, so that was pretty interesting. So yeah, because of the Scarlet Witch mind wipe, or mind whatever she does, mind disruption and stuff like that, you know more about these characters. You kind of want to see more about the Hulk, you know, what Bruce Banner is thinking, because I'm not sure if the Incredible Hulk is canon at this point, because they don't do anything with the Incredible Hulk storyline. What happened to the leader? Seriously, Samuel Stearns got his brain and it's becoming bigger and stuff like that near the end of the Incredible Hulk movie. Nothing about that. Or William Hurt as the General, General Ross. Nothing. No, he's not important anymore. And also, there's this love story between the Hulk and Black Widow, and you're like, Bruce, don't you love Betty anymore? Are you just gonna let her live on with her life or something like that? What? I thought you loved Betty. I thought you want to be with her again. But no, it turns out he really wants to be in love with Black Widow, and Black Widow feels the same way. And at first you're thinking, okay, probably Black Widow's doing this on purpose or something like that. But no, she actually likes Bruce Banner. And Captain America even mentions it. He's like, listen, I've seen her flirt up close. And Bruce Banner even questions about that. What do you mean up close? So that was funny. And but yeah, that love story was kind of threw me off at first, because I'm more like a traditionalist. I like the classic Bruce Banner and Betty Ross. You know, I want them to be a couple, and also hopefully Betty Ross becomes the Red She-Hulk. But nah, I don't think Liv Tyler or any other actress who would do that. Who knows? In the future, hopefully that would happen. But still, I don't know. I really prefer Bruce Banner with Betty Ross. But if they want to stick with Black Widow and Bruce Banner, then you know what? Fine. I'm okay with that. It was just a little weird at first. So, and that's the thing. Incredible Hulk, the storyline, I'm not even sure if it's canon anymore. It seems like they just want to ignore it. I was like, is it really that bad? I thought it was a fine movie. I liked Edward Norton's version of it. But whatever. So, and the thing is about this movie is that it takes, I don't know how many years it takes place after Captain America Winter Soldier, because you're trying to figure out exactly what happened between the events of Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Captain America Winter Soldier, and the Avengers Age of Ultron, because Age of Ultron just starts off with the Avengers infiltrating this base. And at that point, I was thinking, wait, so the whole team is together and they're already infiltrating the space. How exactly? Did Captain America just call them up and stuff like that? Because S.H.I.E.L.D. is disbanded. S.H.I.E.L.D. is completely gone by Captain America Winter Soldier. Here's the thing. If you're telling me all these events happened during Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm sorry. I never watched the show. I haven't seen a single episode yet, so I wouldn't know. So if all my questions are answered because of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm sorry. I haven't seen the show. Okay? So... yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. is disbanded, and Captain America and Falcon were trying to find Bucky at that point. They were also looking for Hydra bases, but the main priority was Bucky. And at the end of Iron Man 3, Tony Stark destroyed all his suits, but he did say that he's still Iron Man even without a suit, so I figured he would still make suits anyway. But by the end of Iron Man 3, I was thinking that he would want to settle down more with Pepper. Like, he wants to be with Pepper the entire time and stuff, so you think that he would be a changed man at that point. But he still seemed like the same Tony. He keeps making these stupid mistakes, even though he's a freaking genius. And at the end of Thor 2, Thor is on Earth again, and we thought that he would want to settle down with Jane, with Natalie Portman. But the thing is that who called upon the Avengers if Nick Fury is also into hiding as well, and Black Widow is doing her own thing. So, what? Did Captain America just manage to call up everyone? Hey, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Thor, not Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, yeah, I need your help. There's this Hydra base, and it turns out that they have your scepter. Also, about the scepter, I remember at the end of the first Avengers movie that the Doctor from Thor and also Black Widow were using the scepter to shut down the Tesseract. What did they do with the scepter after that? Seriously, was there a scene I missed during that movie or in the future movies after that? Because I don't remember the scepter being taken away or something like that. Actually, I don't know what happened to the scepter. Did Black Widow just leave it on top of Stark's tower, and it turns out that a Hydra member happens to be close by and steals the scepter? What? Seriously. And also, this scepter has the Mind Stone. Seriously, one of the Infinity Stones. And at that point, when it was revealed, when they were trying to create the Vision, I was like, wait. So Thanos gave this scepter to Loki, which happens to have one of the Infinity Stones that Thanos needs. Why would he do that? Seriously, why would he do that? He wants the Tesseract because it's one of the Infinity Stones, but he just happens to give an Infinity Stone to Loki? Seriously? And Thanos didn't have any Infinity Stones at this point, but he already had the Mind Stone. Why would he give that away? That made no sense to me whatsoever. Seriously, why would you give that away? Especially to Loki. You don't know if this guy will betray you or not, and you're just willing to get... Thanos is a dumbass. Seriously, he has Ronan the Accuser who ends up betraying him. Loki ends up betraying him. So... Thanos, come on, man. Josh Brolin, what are you thinking? That part confused me. So anyway, the Avengers are infiltrating the space, and I gotta say this. The CGI for the movie looks very good, except for this one tiny part. And it's a big part, honestly, because right before you see all the Avengers on the same screen at the same time, right before that awesome shot, you have this kind of crappy CG with Hawkeye, Black Widow shooting at everyone, Captain America zipping around with his motorcycle, Iron Man flying around, and Thor beating up these... henchmen, and they're flying off in different directions and stuff, and it just looks like a cartoon. Seriously, I don't know what's up with Black Widow and Hawkeye when they were shooting at people. It looked terrible, to be honest. I'm not sure if that's just bad green screen or if those are CGI stand-ins, because they look horrible. It really threw me off at first. I was like, wow, this is very bad. What? I don't understand it. Is it rushed or something like that? I hope the rest of the movie looks better. The rest of the movie does look better. It's just that shot, this long shot where the camera zooms around and stuff like that. It's supposed to be like the same shot they used in the first Avengers movie when the Avengers were teaming up and Iron Man was flying around and he helped Captain America with his laser. So Captain America deflected the laser off his shield, and then Hawkeye shot a ship down that was riding alongside Black Widow, and then Black Widow passed by Thor and Hulk, and they were defeating this giant metal dragon. So yeah, it's supposed to be a tribute to that, I guess, but I thought it was done terribly in this movie. But like I said, the CGI for the most part looks very good. It's just this shot leading up to that awesome shot that just looked bad. So the Avengers win the day, even though Quicksilver kind of beat the asses of Hawkeye, and Hawkeye gets injured, but not for long, though. At first, I thought, oh my god, you have to injure Hawkeye again? Come on, this guy had enough, okay? Give this character some justice, dude, some justice to this character, man. Come on, Josh Whedon, you know better than that. But I just spoke too soon. So, Tony sees this vision created by Scarlet Witch, and he sees that the Avengers are dead, and this part made me laugh in the theater because it just looked kind of goofy. Captain America just wakes up, grabs at Tony, and he's like, "You're the reason why we died. You could have let us live." Oh, and I laughed. I was like, "Oh god, that was so goofy and cheesy." It was supposed to be super serious, but the way Chris Evans acted at that point, I was like, "You could have let us live." Oh. You could have saved us. I was like, really? What? And the fact that Tony Stark is actually taking this super seriously just made me laugh even more. But yeah, I was worried about this. I was like, wait, so let me guess. Tony Stark is going to create Ultron because he had this vision and everything goes wrong? Really? And that's the thing, because this movie is not really connected to Thanos at all. So, the fact that Tony Stark created this enemy, and it was all an accident. This was why I felt like the movie is a filler episode. Seriously, this whole thing could have been avoided if Tony Stark just acted smart about it. Seriously, I mean, there would be no Ultron, there would be no problems, everything would be right with the world. The Maximoff twins can go fuck off. So, I don't see the point of this movie if Tony Stark just not done shit. So, everything is Tony Stark's fault, and I guess that would lead up to Captain America Civil War, because Tony Stark keeps making these terrible decisions, and you would think that he would be smarter about these things, and that he would sleep enough, and he would be with Pepper, he loves her if he does, and he would think about the human race and stuff like that. Sure, he had good intentions with creating the Ultron program, but still, he would have thought more about it instead of just doing things. So, Ultron is created, and then he wants to take over the world. He recruits Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and they join his side at first because he just wants to take down the Avengers. At least that's what he told them, but at the same time, I'm like, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, you don't think that this guy has other plans, a bigger agenda, because you really think that this giant metal man would just want to get rid of the Avengers and that's it? Just be done with it? You don't think that he has other plans and stuff like that? No? Okay, whatever. So, I kind of laughed when they realized that Ultron just wanted to destroy the world, so they're like, You lied to us. We thought that you just want to kill the Avengers. And he's like, yeah, I do want to kill the Avengers. I also want to destroy the world. James Spader was hilarious. And I love this part where Ultron was talking to Ulysses Claw, and he's played by Andy Serkis, who's only in this movie for 5 minutes. Basically, it's just a cameo. So, he was talking to Ulysses Claw. He said some quote that was said by Tony Stark to Ulysses Claw at one point, and Claw is like, wait, I know that line. That was from Tony Stark. Are you one of Tony Stark's inventions? And Ultron got super pissed, and he's like, wait, you think that I am one of Tony Stark's inventions? No! So he chopped off Claw's arm. And Ultron's like, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to. You know what? I think that would be... it would heal. That would be better. And do you honestly think I'm part of Tony Stark? Seriously, the nerve of that guy. I love it. He sounds like a child with a temper tantrum. I just love it. James Spader as Ultron was hilarious, and he has some very funny dialogue too, and I love it. So the Avengers keep fighting against Ultron, and turns out that Scarlet Witch is using her power to get the Avengers to go against themselves. So Black Widow is traumatized by her nightmare vision. Thor is traumatized. Captain America is traumatized. And she got into the Hulk's mind as well. Makes him super angry, so he wants to destroy Wakanda. And yeah, they go to Wakanda, the home of Black Panther. But you don't see Black Panther anywhere. Speaking of which, there was a shot in the trailer of this woman who undresses in front of this water, this cave that Thor eventually goes inside to see more of his vision. But yeah, you don't see that woman at all in this one. So I'm guessing that Joss Whedon had cut down a lot of scenes for this movie, because there were some scenes in the trailer that I did not see at all in the final movie. So I don't know who that woman is. Probably she's related to Black Panther. I could be wrong though. So, yeah, you don't see Black Panther at all, but you do see Claw, and they go to Wakanda. Even though I think it was shot in Johannesburg in South Africa. I could be wrong about that. So there was this awesome fight between the Hulkbuster suit and the Hulk, and it was an awesome, fun fight. I love the part where Tony Stark was beating the shit out of the Hulk, and he was hitting his fist into the Hulk's face 1,000 times per minute, and then it cuts to the inside shot of Tony, and he's like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, please go to sleep, please go to sleep, go to sleep. That was funny. I love it. And I also love the part where Tony punched the Hulk so hard in the face that the Hulk had to spit out a tooth, and he looked super pissed. And then it cuts to Tony reacting like this. I'm sorry. And then it shows the Hulk beating the shit out of the Hulkbuster suit. Oh man. And the final punch to the Hulk, when the Hulk realized how much damage he's done, and the Hulkbuster punched him. That is also a reference to the Hulk punching Thor in the first movie, and I loved it. That was great. And yeah, the fight was fun. However, I'm trying to figure out, why the hell would you not want to use the Hulkbuster suit against Ultron? Seriously, what? Really, what? Then again, my friend told me that Veronica, the thing that keeps giving him spare parts for the Hulkbuster suit, was destroyed in the process, but I thought that wasn't Veronica. I thought that the Hulk just destroyed some of the spare parts for Tony, so that's what I thought. If the Hulk actually destroyed Veronica, I guess that makes more sense, but otherwise, shouldn't a man like Tony and Bruce Banner make a plan B, like make another Veronica, just in case if something else goes wrong? Because I'm pretty sure the Hulkbuster suit is a very, very valuable piece of armor. But nope, the Hulkbuster suit was only used in that one scene against the Hulk. I'm pretty sure. And also, you want to know exactly how much damage was done to the Hulkbuster suit, because I think that Tony Stark could have used it as a decoy against Ultron in the final fight. But nope, they don't use it. So the Avengers had to go into hiding because they were traumatized, and then they meet up with Nick Fury, who's only in the movie for like 5 to 10 minutes. Basically a cameo. He doesn't have an action scene. He just goes over there. He just gives a speech here and there, and that's basically it. Samuel L. Jackson is still awesome in the role, but he's not in the movie that much. He's basically just a mentor. He's just telling, all you guys better suit up and team up because the world is at stake. That's basically it. That's basically his speech. So the Avengers are like, yep, we have to go to South Korea because of this Korean woman who is only in the movie for like 10 minutes. And I do like the Korean woman, but I have no idea who her character is supposed to be. All I know is that she was brainwashed by the scepter that Ultron has. So she has this cradle. Yeah, the machine is called the cradle, and it could regenerate lost limbs or lost muscles or lost appendages and stuff like that. So she used it to heal Hawkeye. So I was like, aha, so I'm pretty sure this will be used to make a vision. I was correct! So yeah, this machine created Vision. And that's the thing though, I'm still questioning this machine because it can create life. Okay, it can create life. So this machine was used to create Vision, and Tony put the AI of Jarvis back into Vision, and now Jarvis is Vision. And Vision looks pretty damn awesome. I love the makeup, I love the suit, and Paul Bettany's still awesome. And Paul Bettany was pretty funny too. I love this part where Tony Stark is like, okay, listen, I'm gonna confront Ultron head on because I'm pretty sure that's what he wants. And not Jarvis. Well, Jarvis, but Vision. Vision walks by and he's like, "Yep, because he hates you the most." Yeah, that was funny. And so there was this final confrontation in the city, and Ultron wanted to use the city, and he's using vibranium to create this electromagnetic field. So, I mean, not magnetic field. So this city can go up in the sky, and then he'll drop it like a meteorite, which will destroy the entire world. So just like how the dinosaurs died. So, we have the final fight. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch joined the Avengers, and they fought off all the Ultron clones. And then we have the tag team of Thor, Iron Man, and Vision using all their lasers to defeat Ultron. And Ultron gets heavily damaged by that. Who's made out of vibranium, mind you. So, yeah, the imagery of Captain America's shield being broken, that happened only in the nightmare sequence that Tony had. So Captain America's shield is still fine, did not break or did not have a dent, barely had a scratch, I believe. So yeah, the Ultron's vibranium suit is getting destroyed, and then the Hulk deals the finishing blow on him, which is awesome. Seriously, I love the part that the Hulk keeps going after Ultron, and Ultron's like, "Oh, come on!" Yeah, I love that part where Ultron was trying to shoot at the Hulk with the Quinjet, and then the Ultron tries to fly away. Then the Hulk jumps over, grabs Ultron, and throws him away. And the Ultron's like, "Oh, come on!" And he's thrown like a ragdoll and falls into the subway car. That was fun. So, okay, so we have to talk about the major character death. Quicksilver. And I'm trying to figure out exactly how limited is his power. And I understand this guy can get exhausted because he is the fastest man ever, so I understand that. He's been running around all over the place, so of course he would get exhausted easily. I understand that. But I'm kind of confused about his power level because sometimes he can outrun bullets easily, but other times he couldn't, and I'm trying to figure out why. And also, he is super fast. Like, every time Thor tries to throw his hammer and Captain America tries to throw a shield, Quicksilver is fast enough to dodge all those. Heck, they're still in slow motion, and he just runs in normal fashion, so he's still pretty fast. So, and he's also fast enough to catch up with a speeding train and pushing people out of the way. So, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how fast can this guy go. And, yeah, Quicksilver dies after trying to save Hawkeye and this kid. And speaking of which, I hate this kid, seriously. This was so... And that's the thing about this movie, because it shows these two people. I'm not sure if they're mother and son, or brother and sister, and younger brother and older sister. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it keeps showing these two. It keeps cutting back to these two, and you're trying to figure out, why are these two so important? Because out of all the civilians in this town that's getting destroyed, it keeps showing these two, and you're trying to figure out why they're important. Who exactly are they? Are these very important characters in the comics? They don't say their names or anything, so you just think they're civilians. So when people say, why do they keep cutting to that same waitress in the first Avengers movie, the one with the brunette hair, the actress who played Ellie in The Last of Us, Ashley Johnson? So it keeps cutting back to her, and you're trying to figure out why does it keep cutting back to her. But when I watched the first Avengers movie and saw the deleted opening, it turns out in the deleted opening, Captain America was eating at that diner where the waitress worked, and he actually had a conversation with that waitress. So you're thinking, okay, probably she'll be the romantic interest of Captain America in that movie, or something like that. So it made sense. But in the final product, though, you're trying to figure out why it keeps cutting to Ashley Johnson the entire time. She's not really that important. She's just one of the civilians. Same thing here. It keeps cutting back to these two. I'm wondering if there's a deleted scene where they talked a lot more or something like that. But no, it just keeps cutting back to these two. But they keep holding on to each other. They never separated. So all of a sudden you see the woman on the ship that's about to depart, the drop ship that S.H.I.E.L.D. Provided. Well, not S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury provided. So they're about to leave, but then she realized, oh my god, my son slash brother is away over there in some wreckage. And I'm like, wait, what? How did you two get separated? Why? Why'd you get separated? How'd you get separated? Didn't Captain America and Scarlet Witch help you out? How come the kid's all the way over there? It made no sense. So Hawkeye was like, fine, I have to go save this stupid ass kid. So at this point you're thinking, okay, probably Hawkeye might die. But the thing is that was already announced that Hawkeye was going to be in Captain America Civil War. So yeah, I know Hawkeye isn't going to die. So Hawkeye goes to save the kid, then Ultron comes in with a Quinjet and shoots at Hawkeye, and Quicksilver sees this, so he runs over to save Hawkeye. But I'm not exactly sure how he saved them, because Quicksilver, I don't know exactly what he did. Did Quicksilver just stand in front of them and just get shot by the bullets? Or did Quicksilver move them out of the way and still get shot by the bullets? Or did Quicksilver move that car in front of the people but still got shot in the process? I don't know. It was kind of confusing. I gotta see the movie again, because I'm thinking he moved the car, but the thing is that it was part of the wreckage as well, so I'm not sure if he moved the car or not. There was no indication about that. So the way it was shot, he probably moved the car, or the car just happened to be in front of them or something like that. I don't know. Or he actually moved in front of them to stop the bullets, or something like that. Or it didn't make any sense. So I was trying to figure out how come was Quicksilver just not fast enough for that scene? I don't know. It seemed like he was able to outrun bullets fine. The only reason why he got shot by a bullet at first was because he didn't notice it coming towards him. So when he was running, he noticed that a bullet just shot through his arm. And then he was pissed off about the guy who accidentally shot him. But the thing about that is, I thought Quicksilver should be fast enough that if he felt that the bullet is about to hit him, that he would recoil or take his arm out of the way or something like that, you know? But no, apparently he's not fast enough to do that. So, yeah, I'm kind of confused on, should Quicksilver really die for this? I thought he would be faster than this. I could be wrong, I don't know. But it's all that stupid kid's fault. That was unnecessary. Seriously. I felt like they just wrote that stupid kid in so Quicksilver, so a major character could die. So Quicksilver could die. And also, Joss Whedon said these are two very important characters. Quicksilver's dead. Okay? But I don't think he's dead. I think he'll come back to life. I mean, if Agent Coulson came back to life, and also you have this machine that gave life to Vision, I'm pretty sure you could give life back to Quicksilver. I'm pretty sure. Seriously. I don't think anybody stays dead in these series except for the villains. So that's what I'm thinking. And some of the awesome moments about this movie, the Vision being worthy enough to wield the hammer of Thor, oh my god. I love the scene where the group was just having fun, chatting around, and Hawkeye's like, oh, no one's that was just a trick. People can hold up the hammer. So they all tried their best at with the hammer. But what I love is the extended shot of Thor when Captain America just moved a millimeter, hit the hammer just a millimeter. You hear the sound and stuff, and you see the expression on Thor. My god, that was hilarious. And the sigh of relief that Thor gave when Captain America gave up. He's like, yep, you're not worthy. That was funny. But that awesome moment that when Vision picked up Thor's hammer and everyone looked at him shocked. That was good. And also, you're at that point, you're trying to figure out, wait, did Vision just steal the hammer of Thor? Seriously, he just picked it up from out of nowhere, and Thor just looked out his side, and he's like, you picked up my hammer, bro. So the fact that the Vision is worthy enough to wield the hammer, and that proved to everyone that he's a good guy, that was great. I love that. But still, I kind of hope that Captain America would pick up the hammer at one point. Hopefully against Thanos. But still, Vision wielding the hammer of Thor, awesome. And some of the funny moments with the Hulkbuster scenes, awesome. And I like Bruce Banner's jokes with Tony, when he's like, well, only when I'm trying to make a murder bot. And also when he's trying to ignore Tony when Tony suggests to put Jarvis into Vision, he's like, nope, nope, not doing it, nope. Listen, we already went through so many of your great ideas recently. But Bruce Banner still gets suckered in. So, there's a mid-credit ending with Thanos, and honestly, I didn't really care much about it because it was really nothing. I mean, seriously, Thanos just getting the Infinity Gauntlet, so what? So what? It's supposed to be super awesome that Thanos just gets the Infinity Gauntlet so we can prepare for the Avengers Infinity Wars? So what? Seriously, it's nothing like that brief, mid-credits ending with Thanos in the first Avengers movie. That one was super awesome because that was surprising. And here, we're like, oh, hey, Thanos. Bye. That was it. And I didn't like the part that Falcon is in this movie for 5 minutes. He only shows up just talking to Captain America about finding Bucky, and then doesn't show up until the end of the movie when he has his wings and he's part of the new Avengers. Oh yeah, I did like that moment where Captain America's like, Avengers! And then it says directed by Joss Whedon. I'm like, oh, come on! All you have to say is Avengers Assemble. I want to hear that. But good work, Joss Whedon. You cut it at the right moment, at least. So that was cool. And yes, Scarlet Witch joins the new Avengers, Falcon joins the new Avengers, War Machine joins the new Avengers. I do like the fact that Don Cheadle is in it for 10 minutes and he actually does something. He has an action scene, but you wish that there's more to it. You really hope so. I mean, sure, Don Cheadle did fight almost barehanded against the Ultron clones in the beginning of the movie, so that was pretty cool. But I wanted to see more of Don Cheadle. He's great as War Machine, so you want more of him, so come on, give him more screen time, man. And that's the thing, there's a lot of awesome moments in this movie, but not as awesome as the ones in the first movie. The Hulk was amazing in the first movie. Almost every scene he's in, he was freaking awesome. He was hilarious. When he gave the beatdown to Loki, that was freaking amazing. That made everyone laugh. Here, yeah, he gave the final punch to Ultron, but it's not as impressive as him using Loki as a ragdoll and then saying puny god. Actually, Hulk doesn't even say anything in this movie. Actually, the Hulk seems a bit smarter in this movie than before, because he turned off the intercom with Black Widow, puts the Quinjet into stealth mode, and then he stays in it, and he was actually obedient, and he wants to be invisible and stay away from people. Seriously, this Hulk is very, very smart. So, yep, that's how I feel about Avengers Age of Ultron. I like this movie. It was fun. I don't think it's as good as the first movie, but still, the first movie was great, so this movie is still great. Yes, this movie does feel like a filler episode, but honestly though, this movie, even as a filler episode, this movie is still very good. And as a filler episode, this is the best filler episode I've seen ever. Sure, the endgame is with Thanos, and I'm disappointed this has nothing to do with Thanos, but still, great filler episode. Seriously. Fun time at the movie theater, and I can't wait for the director's cut because it feels like a lot of scenes were cut out. And I really, seriously, I want to see more of the love interests of these superheroes again. I mean, we have Emily Van Camp in Winter Soldier, and you don't even use her in here. Yes, it's nice to see Peggy Carter again, but that was just a dream sequence. I want to see more of Betty Ross, more of Jane Foster, more Pepper Potts. You know, bring more of those people in. Hopefully, they'll be in the next Avengers movie. Hopefully, in Infinity Wars, because you want to see all these people together. Or probably they're in the deleted scenes or something like that. I don't know. All I know is that Loki was originally supposed to be in this movie, but Joss Whedon had to cut it. I understand that. If he had to cut it, makes total sense. I understand that. If he felt like it was unnecessary. Because in the end credits, you see Tom Hiddleston, and I'm like, I did not see any footage of Tom Hiddleston. So that has to be a last-minute thing. So, yep, that's how I feel about the movie. Write down in the comments below if you've seen the film. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it's good or worse or better than the first Avengers movie? Let me know. Guys, if you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, there's an annotation here for subscribing. So until next time, guys, see you later and thank you for watching.